So here's the perfect morning routine for self-improvement. A couple of years ago, I would pretty much wake up right out of bed, open my computer, which was right next to me because I spent like the last 3 hours before I fell asleep doom scrolling on YouTube or whatever. I wake up, put my laptop, I'm not even like out of bed, I'm like in my covers. I'll put my laptop like on my side, on its side, so I'm like staring at it like that. I'll join my Zoom class and I'll be like filled with anxiety immediately because I'm like, oh no, what if I unmute, or what if the mute doesn't work, and what if someone hears me talk or say something? So I'm already anxious. I go through my like distracted classes where I'm not even barely paying attention, dissociating. Then once I'm done with classes, I'm finally done. I probably haven't even eaten. Then I play like 6 hours of Minecraft. Great, like really great morning routine. And that's the issue with having a bad morning routine and not having a morning routine, is you just gravitate towards whatever's the easiest thing. And the easiest thing is usually just the bad habits, which is like probably the things you're struggling with, which is like watching too much YouTube, playing video games, wanking, whatever. You just do that if you don't have anything else to do. Like if you have no other thing to do and no reason to do that, then you just do that other thing, the bad thing, which is not helpful, obviously. And that's why you're probably watching this video, and that's why I watched all these videos before when I was trying to figure out the perfect morning routine. So I'm Etienne, and I've come a long way since then. Not perfect, obviously, but I have what I would deem as the perfect self-improvement morning routine, and that's what I want to share. One of the main issues with not having a morning routine is, if you've heard of the expression eat the frog, where you're supposed to do like the hardest thing first. It makes sense because if you do the hardest thing first, then after that everything seems easier. But what your brain will automatically take you to do is do the easiest thing first, and then everything else seems hard. So for example, if you, in your morning routine, you wake up and take a cold shower right away, you're like, under the water, you're like, oh shit, I do not want to step under this. And then you do it anyways. After it, it's like the other things that might have been hard, like whatever, doing some work, it's like not that hard because you just did something way harder by comparison, you know what I mean? So yeah, versus doing the easy thing in which you basically just waste your whole day procrastinating because the hard thing has gotten like amped up in your head from like worrying about it and like overthinking about doing it, whatever, which is not helpful. Another thing is your health declining, because if you're not on like a good morning routine, aside from not doing the good habits, your sleep like gets worse because there's like activities you have to do in the morning so that your cortisol spikes and like all that shit Andrew Huberman talks about, and then your sleep will be better. So if your sleep declines, you feel worse, obviously, everyone knows that. If you have poor sleep, then like there's not really any point in doing anything else, because sleep is just so much more important than like 90% of the things you're probably worried about. Like if you have an issue, just focus on sleep. If your sleep's bad and you have an issue in anything else in your life, focus on sleep and the issue will like get way better. So here's my perfect morning routine. So here's what I do. I'll just like walk you through my morning routine. I wake up. One of the important things is I remove my covers immediately, because I'm not trying to sit there for like 30 minutes and waste time. It's not like I'm a fighting age fit young dude. Like I don't need to be laying there for 30 minutes on my phone or something like that. So I just immediately pull off my covers. I have something like that I can show you too. It looks like that, if you can see this. Yeah, so you basically put like all the things you want to do, and then you have to check it off every single time. And if you don't check it off, then you can't move on to the next one, whatever. Today I was like on a flight, so I couldn't really do everything in the perfect order, but yeah. So you remove covers immediately, then you make your bed. That's another important discipline thing, just something small. Then you like get some water, go to the bathroom, check your weight, whatever, doesn't really matter. However order you want to do that. Then after that, one of the most important things to do is morning sunlight. So you go outside and get like at least 5 to 10 minutes of morning sunlight if it's a sunny day, and more if it's foggy. That helps your sleep and improves your mood. It's like a very outreaching habit, if that makes sense. Like it benefits a lot of other areas. A way I do this is grounding. So grounding is like where you spend time in nature, like with your shoes off, like barefoot or whatever, on grass or something like that. And it's just like connects you to nature, and it's like a very peaceful way to start your day. Get morning sunlight, stay away from technology for a minute and just like kind of be in nature. The next thing, there's a lot of things you can like couple with this. So while you're grounding and getting morning sunlight, you can gratitude journal, which is the next thing. Obviously we know the benefits of that. It makes you more like grateful, think more positive thoughts. It like changes your brain from all this negativity that we're probably ingesting, and it helps you like reframe your mindset. The next thing is meditation, which is pretty self-explanatory. The one I do is like a deep breathing meditation where I like breathe in, it's called cyclic sighing. I breathe in like one full deep breath, like a stomach breath, and then another one, and then you like slowly exhale through like thinly pursed lips. So like that. And that keeps you like more calm throughout the day. It's a type of meditation practice that also has the benefits of deep breathing, which improves your health. It's like a restorative activity and things like that, as well as just making you more present for the rest of the day. The next thing is visualization, which is just like seeing your goals. What I do is just like see myself in the future as like the things, like the 4 areas of my life that I want to improve. So I just see myself with like the perfect girl, the perfect physique, you know, like YouTube and like a ton of understanding and knowledge, and like perfect mental health, or like very positive, happy thoughts, which is something I'm working on. And then another thing that you need is goals. So I always review my goals every morning because you need to keep yourself like focused on the thing. If you're like, I notice whenever I'm not looking at goals consistently, then I'll just kind of like float around and not really do something, because it's harder to like concentrate all your energy on something if you don't know what the something is, or like you keep forgetting it. We're kind of remarkably amnesiac about that stuff. So what I do is just have my gratitude notebook, and then inside that I just have my goals and a couple other things, and I just review that every single day. And then after you do that, that should be about 20 minutes, so your grounding is like good, your morning sunlight's good, whatever. You come back inside, and the next important thing is a cold shower. So taking a cold shower is the same thing with sleep, but it's even better than that, because if you know a little bit about dopamine, cold showers increase your dopamine for about 5 hours afterwards. So more dopamine means more motivation, you're happier, you just feel better. So if you go towards pain, which is like a cold shower, because most people would perceive a cold shower as painful, at least I would. If you go towards the pain, then you get a spike of dopamine. Your brain tries to like counterbalance it. So that's a good one. After that, there's a couple other things you can do, which is exercising in the morning and doing work in the morning. So usually what I would try to do is finish my morning routine and then do some work or do some exercise right away. There's a little bit of a dilemma where your brain's best at doing work in the morning, but it's also best for your health to do exercise in the morning. So if you can, you know, like balance those hours and you can do enough work and exercise, that's great. But maybe just choose what's the priority for you, or what you think would be most beneficial, and do that one. Personally, I'm kind of inclined to do work in the morning and then exercise a bit later in the day. But that can be up to you, depending on like what your purpose is, or like how you would like gauge the significance of different areas of your life. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. If you have any questions, you could leave it in the comments. And other than that, I hope you have a good one. Peace. Bye.